Okay, so a couple of tips on hunting. First of all, like I said, the upper body camo and the hat, it's a good idea. Next, and this is a really important idea, is be quiet. When I'm hunting squirrel, I'm not just looking to the trees for movement, which is a big part of hunting squirrels. Depending on the time of day, like right now it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, the squirrels, a lot of them are on the ground. So I look on the ground as well and listening. You'll hear a squirrel in the tree. They don't necessarily cry out, but you can sometimes hear them chewing on nuts or even running through the trees if you're quiet. And so I use my ears a lot to hear what's going on. And that's a big deal. Usually I don't move too much unless there's something else going on around that makes a little bit of noise. Birds make a noise. Sometimes a plane will fly over. We're kind of close to an airport. Not close, but the planes will fly over. So I use that noise. That looks like a squirrel nest up there in that tree to when I walk. Also, I watch for chunks of stuff falling out of the trees. Because sometimes the squirrels will get up in the tops of these trees, and these oak trees, some of them you can see are really tall. That one's about, I don't know, 75 feet or so, or more than that, 100 feet maybe. And they'll just sit really still, but they'll chew on stuff. And even if you can't hear it, like a real soft acorn, as they're chewing it, they're throwing bits and pieces down out of the trees onto the ground. So don't just pay attention to the movement in the trees. Pay attention to what's happening around you. Always be aware. Don't just look straight frontwards. Walk really slow and look to the right and to the left. Always keep your eyes open and listen really close. I don't shoot squirrels. I hunt squirrels, so when I hunt them, if I get a shot, then I shoot them. I could have shot 2 right on the back of my house this morning. There's no sport in killing animals. I'm a hunter, and I enjoy the hunting part more than I enjoy the killing part. And I keep hearing something in one of these trees over here, but I don't see anything. That's what I'm talking about. I can hear nuts being chewed up in the top of these trees, but I'm not seeing anything. And that's what I'm talking about. There's that going on. So I know somewhere up here there's a couple of squirrels. Anyway, so use your ears a lot. Don't just use your eyes. And always be aware. So many times, and I hunt a lot, so many times I've walked around the corner not ready and had a squirrel, a deer, a rabbit, a raccoon, something bolt off from from right around the corner of where I'm standing. And I'm not that irritated, but I like to videotape a little bit, so I would have rather got a videotape of it. But anyway, yeah, always be aware of your surroundings especially when you're squirrel hunting. Squirrels are really, really smart when it comes to hunting, especially the squirrels on my property, because I hunt them all the time. And they see me coming. If I have a gun, they'll go behind the tree. It's another thing squirrels pull is when they see you, they'll go on the back side of a tree and sit there for 15 or 20 minutes without moving. So sometimes if I'm not not doing anything or not wanting to just walk the property, I'll sit down on the ground and be really, really quiet, and sooner or later they'll pop out. You can watch some of my old videos and you can actually see where I've waited them out a few times and shot them. So, okay, well, I'm gonna leave that for video number 1. So a little recap: wear some upper body camo and a hat. Be really quiet when you're walking through the woods. Don't just walk, take a couple steps, stop, look, and listen. Pay attention with your ears. Your ears are as important as your eyes are. What you hear is sometimes more important than what you see, because a lot of times I'll hear them before I see them. I'll hear them coming to the brush, jumping into trees, climbing around the trees, and chewing the nuts. Next, watch for falling things out of the trees. And to me, most importantly, don't just go shoot the squirrels. Hunt the squirrels. Give them a, I don't want to say give them a chance, but it's a sport. Hunting is a sport. If you're into eating the squirrels, nobody right now has to eat squirrel. Eat it because you want to and because you killed it. And save the skin and learn how to tan a hide. It's not that difficult. How to clean a squirrel. That's all good if you're going to hunt them. Learn all the things to preserve all of the pieces. If I don't eat the squirrels, I try and give them to my cats. I just saw a mouse run across the road. I'm so quiet that a mouse just ran across the road. And, I give them to my dogs, if nothing else.